morning and welcome. It's time to wake up Nigeria.
I'm Yomi Owokwe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson.
Now don't forget we are streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. You can look us up on TVC Connect. Now you want to make comments? Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. Another
week gradually coming to an end. It's a Thursday, people. It's been a good week for me. So far, so good. Yeah?
It has been a good week, a busy week as well. And of course, one of my favorite segments of the show is the kitchen. Chef Tolu is right here with MM.
Hi, good morning.
She all tasty today. Tasty Tolu.
Thank you. Good morning, guys. How are you doing today?
So we're going to have a really great breakfast. Hopefully, you're going to be cooking along with us. And, well, hey, we have to move to the highlights now.
Yeah, of course. And straight to the highlights for today. We'll be bringing you some information about the forthcoming International Drinks Festival here in Lagos.
That promises to be amazing. You'll be hearing a lot more about that later. Mike and Harry will be bringing us up to date with the happenings in the world of entertainment.
And we'll be chatting with Dayo Akintobi, author of Fela Today, a magazine published in honor of the legendary Afrobeat musician Fela.
Female rap artist Bimbo Taylor is going to thrill us with a performance a bit later on.
Finally, actor and movie producer Rotimi Salami will be joining us for a chat.
Uncle, let me just tell me about yourself.
Hey, Oga Femi, you sure say you won't know my matter?
You get any matter where we say I go like reason for this level pass your matter?
Hey, Oga Femi. Femi, just free me. You go try free me. Now so you go dey work, I don't even know where they go. Every time you go, they come late inside night.
They play La Liga for you.
It's going to be an interesting Thursday today.
Honestly, feels really, really packed. Yeah. So much is happening in Lagos this, you know, weekend, especially that we should look forward to. And MM is looking bright and beautiful.
Yeah, she's going to give us an update on what's going on.
Why are you always prying on my what?
Well, I'm just curious. We just need to,
you know, this
want to
is
ensure that, you know, you're fine.
This is like Wake Up Nigeria baby right now. Don't you understand? Like, we all have a stake in this.
Are you feeling special?
Yeah. So how are we doing?
Well, we're doing well. We're doing very well. I've been getting a lot of commendations or compliments, if I must say. People have been saying, "Oh, you're making me want to be pregnant again." "Oh, you're making me want to be pregnant. You seem to really enjoy your pregnancy." But well, like they say, well, it differs for different people.
But you know what happens? This is better because some few weeks back, the complaint was that you're getting dark,
your
nose is getting bigger. So I think people actually watched this show and listened and took a cue from Titi. By the way, it's also been interesting this morning. I commented on social media, and it's about a young girl who was supposed to be married, like say the next day, and on that particular day, the penultimate day, she is arrested by the police at an initiation for a cult gang, you know. And then she goes like, "I didn't know it was an initiation. I came here with my boyfriend, who I met 2 weeks just before now." And I think that it's, you know, everybody goes, why is that, what's happening? I don't know, that's the world we live in now. Like she's getting into, and she goes for a party with a boyfriend she met 2 weeks.
So she thought it was a party and then ended up, it turned out to be an initiation.
We're in a world where there's so many insecurities. So sticking with one person they're uncertainty. So you're like, is this going to happen?
Before you get married?
So let's just see. Well, let's just see. You could have been this guy is actually good in this area. So let's just, you know, see how that goes.
You're about to call it Ojukokoro.
Exactly.
Hello, you're about to get married. You should be worried about Ashwebi, not about going to party at that point.
With some guy that you met 2 weeks before.
As in, really?
But is this a Nigerian story?
Yes,
It is?
in those states. So what's her name? Her name was, she was named. I don't want to call out name, but she was named, and she gave a statement. You see, all of them, about 30 of them were caught during the initiation.
Oh no.
Okay, but then you said something about this weekend. You have something interesting coming up this weekend.
So I've been, dress shopping because there's something I need to get ready for this weekend. And you could be getting ready as well. The Indomie Independence Day Heroes Awards is on Saturday, and we have 3 invitations to give away. They look like this. Yeah, you stand to win one of these invitations. It's very simple. Just answer these questions. Question 1, mention any 3 flavors of Indomie noodles. 3 variants of Indomie noodles. Just mention 3. What's the next question, Yomi?
And the second question is mention 3 different sizes of Indomie noodles. Now you can tweet your answers to @TVC Connect, and remember to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria for these questions. Of course, it's time now for the news update, and Blessing Idahosa is on standby for that.
Hello and welcome to the news. At this time, the former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke, will not be brought back to Nigeria for a trial. Speaking to Hausa service correspondents after yesterday's cabinet meeting, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, insisted that Alison Madueke is already facing charges of money laundering in the United Kingdom, and Nigeria will not jeopardize that investigation. The former minister had filed a suit seeking to be joined in a 500 million naira fraud charge involving her associates. She wants the AGF compelled to bring her back to Nigeria from the UK, but there are insinuations that she wants to escape from a conviction overseas, since Nigerian courts have no impressive records of jailing high-profile suspects. And Justice Rilwan Aikawa of the Federal High Court in Lagos will, on October the 30th, hear Alison Madueke's application. And Senator Issa Misal, representing Bauchi Central Senatorial District, has asked the Senate to probe the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, over alleged corrupt practices and misconducts. Misal, who, while raising a point of order at the plenary earlier, reiterated his earlier allegations against Idris, including the IGP's recent alleged secret marriage to a serving police woman against the public service rules. The lawmaker had recently alleged that the police was collecting about $328 million annually from corporate organizations and very important personalities for security services. Misal urged the Senate to set up an ad hoc committee to investigate his allegations against the IGP, saying he would provide documentary evidence. And the Senate is to investigate allegations raised in a leaked memo by the Minister of State for Petroleum, Ibe Kachiku, against the NNPC Group Managing Director, Mekanti Barrow, on insubordination against his office. This followed a motion alleging corruption in the state-owned oil company moved by Senator Samuel Anyawu, which had an amended prayer on the issue by Senator Kabiru Marafa. Senator Aliyu Wamako is to head a 9-man ad hoc committee to probe the issue, but no time frame was set by the Senate President, Bukola Saraki. A former chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, now a member of the ruling All Progressives Congress, has written an open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari urging him to investigate the alleged issuance of a blank budget by the Delta State House of Assembly to the governor. Cairo Ojigbo also alleges that a high-level fraud is going on in the state's legislative house. Reading the letter to newsmen in Abuja, he challenged Delta State government officials or lawmakers who have the budget details to make it available within 24 hours. The Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, has earmarked a 50 million naira scholarship to the less privileged and vulnerable children. The scholarship program, which is in 3 phases, will be awarded to 20 outstanding secondary school students in the Southwest region. The initiative is designed to ensure that learning at all levels increase, thereby giving room for brilliant students to have free education to the university level. And that's all for the news. On the updates, we'll bring you now these weather forecasts.
Time now for the sports update, and Super Mike is right here.
Yeah, we're getting ready for Saturday. It's do or die.
God is on our side.
You say
We're
so.
good to go.
You say so. It's now a full house in the camp as Chelsea winger Victor Moses joined up with the Super Eagles squad ahead of Nigeria's clash with Zambia in the 2018 World Cup qualifier. The Eagles had their second training session yesterday evening at the practicing pitch of the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. Nigeria need a win to qualify for the World Cup and end Zambia's hopes. Meanwhile, the Akwa Ibom State government has slashed the match tickets for the Nigeria-Zambia match by 50%. Sales of tickets have commenced, with the popular stands going for 500 naira, while the covered stands are being sold at 1,000 naira. Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, Cameroon and South Africa have all received byes in the first round of qualifiers for the 2018 Africa Women's Championship in Ghana next year. Ghana will qualify automatically as hosts of the competition, which will be held in November next year. The 4 countries to have been given byes will be joined in the second and final round of qualifiers by 10 teams. The first round of qualifying matches will be played on the 26th of February and March 6, 2018 for the first and deciding legs respectively. The tournament will also determine who represents Africa at the Women's World Cup in France in 2019. And then Manchester United officials are looking at ways to expand the capacity of Old Trafford to 88,000. It will also see Old Trafford's capacity overtake the San Siro, Bernabeu, Stade de France and Weststadion on the continent. The proposed increase of more than 12,000 seats from the present capacity of 75,643 will be achieved by extending the Sir Bobby Charlton stand, formerly known as the South Stand. Old Trafford is already the largest club stadium in Britain, but this would almost take it onto par with Wembley Stadium, which holds 90,000 spectators. United would then look at adding quadrants in the 2 corners of the stand to raise the capacity to 88,000, meaning the ground will be behind only Barcelona's new camp, which has 99,354, and Wembley in Europe. Reports in Spain suggest Real Madrid are considering a bid for Tottenham striker Harry Kane and are not deterred by the potential £177 million price tag. President Florentino Perez has been looking for a marquee striker for years, but the much maligned Karim Benzema has held his place after winning favor with Zinedine Zidane and Cristiano Ronaldo. However, Perez is looking to finally bring a top striker to the Bernabeu, and he believes Kane fits the bill. The 24-year-old has already hit the back of the net 11 times in all competitions for Tottenham this season and looks well on his way to winning a 3rd consecutive Premier League Golden Boot. And then star player Aruna Quadri will be the #1 seed at the International Table Tennis Federation ITTF Challenge Series, the Polish Open, which serves off on Friday. His topside status comes just after claiming his first Portuguese table tennis league title, the Super Cup with Sporting Lisbon. Quadri is joined on the city list by club teammate João Monteiro. The Polish Open will serve to prepare the African #1 player for the ITTF World Cup holding in Liège, Belgium, later on this month. And that's it on sport. It's Yomi and Titi with the papers up next.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Mike. And we're looking at the papers this morning and a bunch of stories, still continuing with the NNPC story. We're starting with the Daily Sun with the headline, NNPC, more can of worms. Senate raises committee to probe corporation's GMD over $24 billion contract, other allegations. And then Senate probes IGP over promotion, others. And then still on the cover of the Daily Sun, we have Abdusalami Danjuma task youths on unity. And then finally, police arrest, parade 11 kidnapped suspects in Abuja.
And on the cover of the Nation newspaper this morning, it says $25 billion NNPC's probe likely as Buhari meets Kachiko. It also says here, Navy uncovers hotel used for fuel theft. You can read about that on page 5. We also have Nigeria will earn $22 billion from foreign remittances on page 9. And 3 scientists share Nobel Prize in chemistry. A key one for me to mention here, Customs seizes trucks of fake drugs in Lagos. On page 5 of the Nation, you can get more on that.
And then on the cover of this day, we have the headline, Senate to probe Baru over $24 billion contract awards in subordination. And then industry experts blame Buhari's retention of oil portfolio for feud between Kachiku and NNPC boss. And then Presidential Council begins next phase of ease of business plan. And then the Accountant General of the Federation bringing Alison Madueke home to face trial unnecessary. And then finally on the cover of this day, oil marketers to shut down depots over 800 billion naira unpaid subsidy claim. All on the cover of this day, this morning.
On the cover of The Punch this morning, presidency keeps mum. Senate to probe NNPC boss. Buhari must act fast. Probe allegations. That's SAN and groups. We also have on the resume or resign protest from quite a while ago now. Charlie Boy sues police for 500 million naira. You can read about that on page 9. Noun graduates lose lawsuit on law school admission. That's on page 10. And on Patience Jonathan, Reps panel orders Magu's arrest for shunning summons. That's on page 9. All that in The Punch.
All right, and then on the cover of the Vanguard, we've got the headline, Kachiku versus Baru. Senate probes NNPC boss as federal government weighs in to investigate NNPC's finances and activities. And then still on the cover of Vanguard, we have CBN recovers 50 billion naira bank's excessive charges. And then federal government not in a hurry to bring Diazani home for trial. All on the cover of the Vanguard this morning.
On the Nigerian Tribune, it says Senate probes NNPC GMD over alleged $25 billion contract award. Sets up 8-man committee to investigate corruption allegation against IGP. As Senator Misau accuses IGP of impregnating policewoman. That's all on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune. Farmers ready to sell rice at 6,000 naira if? That's a very interesting headline there. Page 4 for more information on that. 16 feared dead as another boat capsizes in Niger. That's on page 31. Then finally, CBN recovers 50 billion naira excess charges from banks. That's on page 12. All of that in the Nigerian Tribune.
And that's it on the newspaper headlines this morning. It was proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
It's about time to shake up those muscles, work up a sweat. Mike is on standby with Benefit.
Okay, all right. I've got Benfit, and he's wow.
Yeah, warming up.
I would have said calm down, but man, you need the ginger.
Yeah, we really need to motivate people up this morning. Yeah.
So, what do you have for us this morning?
Yeah, we're just sticking to the planned aerobics exercise. Let's enjoy it with music. Let's have fun this morning because it's Wake Up Nigeria.
Okay. Does this guy sound like someone, Titi? But then, hey, I'll just leave that to myself, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to a wonderful session, right?
Yeah.
Okay, take it away.
Okay. All right. As you know, we're going to do the warm-up exercise, which is very, very important, but we're doing the static warm-up. Inhale and exhale. In and out. To the side. In. Okay, other side. Good job. Lock your fingers. Take it down. That's it. All right. Still lock your fingers. Suspend. 3, 4, and 5. Switch to the other side. Lock your fingers. 3, 4, and 5. All right, march it on the spot. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and push up. Go. 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go. Hop. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side step. Good. Wing yours. Good job. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Squat it. Elbow press. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Take it forward. Knees up. Go. 1. Go. 2. Come on. 3. Enjoy it. 4. Good. 5. Push yourself. 6. Good one. 7. Let's go. 8. Keep pushing. 9. All right. And switch. Go. 1, 2. Up. Go. Down. 2. Good job. 3. Keep pushing. 4. Challenge yourself. 5. Let's go. Go. 6. Come on. 7. Let's go. 8. Good. 9. Good. 10. All right. Let's march it. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's work on the hands. All what you need to do this time around, you go side, tap, twist and bond, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and look, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over your head, push. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 more. 4. Squat it. Go. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And breathe in. Ooh.
Let's add one more.
Whoa. Good.
You
should be a trainer.
That's not training. That's what I give. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. I enjoyed myself this morning.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, all right. So from here, we move on to the kitchen where, of course, we have and Chef Tolu. I'm looking forward to what they have in store for us this morning. What do you guys have?
Very, very interesting, delicious yumminess is going to be reeling out of this kitchen this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mike. Hi, Toes.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
How are we doing?
Hi, MM. You look gorgeous.
Thank you. So what are we making this morning?
So we're making egg roll this morning. You know all what egg rolls that you get on the streets? So I'm going to teach you how to make it in your own kitchen. Very easy, simple ingredients. We need flour, sugar, salt, or rather, yeah, sugar, salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, butter, milk, and beaten eggs.
Okay, so
that's to make the dough.
Okay,
Then
so before we get into the eggs, because I mean, the filling is the egg,
yes,
basically. How do you measure the quantity of the cinnamon, the eggs, sorry, the butter, sugar?
Now the recipe is going to be put up as well, like with all the measurements.
Yeah.
So here we have 2 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, a pinch of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of sugar, cinnamon, they're all pinches or just basically to taste. Then 2 tablespoons of butter, ½ cup of milk, and 1 beaten egg. Okay. So all we need to do is just to combine this into the to make it a dough. Okay. So I'm just going to combine all the dry ingredients. The wet ingredients will be the last thing.
What's the wet? That's the egg and the milk.
Yes.
So you could use evaporated milk.
Yes, you could use normal milk, but evaporated milk has more flavor too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Really?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I just feel it's the sugar that gives everything much flavor.
At all. That just makes it sweet.
Okay.
But the flavor of creaminess is from the milk.
Well, if you're looking for sweetness, I think whipping cream would just be perfect.
I know, that's just right up your alley.
I know.
So anywho, so basically, you're going to knead in the butter and all the dry ingredients until it's kind of crumbly, like breadcrumbs.
Okay.
If you look at it, it's getting there. So at this point, I'm going to make a well and also put in my...
A well?
Like I would make a well in the middle of my dough. I wish you could see this. And I'll pour in my milk and egg in it. So I'm not going to pour all the milk at once. So just there. It's if I realize that I need more, same with the egg, that I would pour the rest, because we need to be very careful. Our dough can't be too sticky. It can't be too hard as well.
Okay, it just has to be
perfect.
Perfect.
Like, it can't be too sticky to your hands, so we're going to be careful with it.
Okay.
You know, growing up, I used to wonder how the eggs used to get in the middle of the egg roll.
Yes, and I was just about to ask you, what's the difference between the egg roll and Scotch egg?
Now, it's obviously Scotch egg is made out of meat. The outer layer is made out of meat.
Oh, really, meat?
Yes, I'm going to do an episode next week. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Please do.
Then,
because I've always wondered, what's the difference between egg roll and Scotch egg? And I always thought egg roll is for the streets and then Scotch egg is for the elites. I know I said that.
They are going to come for you.
I know.
Please forgive
her. Growing up, that's what I thought.
growing up.
And then I realized that it was just in the baking.
Yeah, it's like...
It's just in the ingredients.
We're using flour for egg roll. We're using meat and all natural protein for Scotch egg.
Okay.
That's basically.
So I'm looking forward to Scotch eggs.
Yeah.
Because I love Scotch eggs. And I also love egg rolls. Anything with egg in it, I like.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Weird.
So, where are we with this?
Okay, so we're kneading this together. It's looking like we might need a bit of flour. So my able assistant here is going to grab
a bit of what?
Flour.
Flour. Oh,
there you go.
So how much of flour do you need?
Then I will just put, and I will add accordingly.
Oh, okay.
So just put in.
But what with nails? I can't do this, so I have my nails on.
The kitchen is not for people like you. Please move on.
No, I'm talking of doing this. I mean, this mixing.
No, you could use your the wooden spoon.
Oh, okay.
So once in a while, you might get some inconsistency. Now, the reason we are getting inconsistency is because of the size of the egg. There are some recipes that the size of the egg can be small and you won't have this issue. There are some that the size of the egg could be medium like mine. And you just realize that, oh, I need to top it up with a bit of flour. Okay. Yeah? So if you look at that, see the difference. Now that I've added a bit of flour to it.
So it's thicker.
Yeah, exactly. And it's more doughy and all. But I'm still going to add a bit more because I need it to come together as a ball.
Okay. So in absence of sugar, you could use honey.
Yes. You know, like I said, you can change all the recipe, all the ingredients can be substituted for anything that you're comfortable with. If you're not the sugar kind of person, you can use honey. You can use sweetener. Just be sure you are getting it, because you know some sweeteners can be very, very
sweet.
Sweet that you put like 3 and you're like,
yes.
So you have to be sure of the strength of the sweetener that you're going to be using. And
how come you're not using yeast? I thought yeast went with everything snacky.
Oh, you mean pastry?
Pastry, yes.
Okay, no, we're not using yeast here. You remember we use baking powder, and we don't need this to rise.
Oh, we don't?
Yes, because we're rolling the egg in this, and we're frying it, darling. We're not baking it. We don't need it to rise. So if you look closely, see, it's getting there.
It is.
Almost there.
Making pastry is always a lot of work. Usually you just fry.
Oh, but it's rewarding at the end of the day, man.
All right, we'll go on a quick commercial break now. When we return, we talk about the International Drink Festival. Stay with us.